It is my plan here to draw this out in such a way that I can saw right up to the line, and then I'll sand the rest of the way. I don't want to accidentally maybe get careless when I'm cutting and come in too far, so if I have my line a little bit too big, well, better to be able to err on the side of too big than too small. As I've said before, I can always take it off later, but it's pretty hard to put it back. Now this is going to be a little bit hard to see maybe, but if I'm careful this should work out. Don't want to be making any mistakes on this wood. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to be able to see that okay. Okay, I've got everything profiled here. Even the side pieces, I don't know if you can see that or not. And I am thinking actually right now that what I should be doing is assembling the hood. And that way when I will know exactly where to be cutting the this board, okay? And I'll just cut it right down. I'll be able to actually cut right down into about here, and then with the either with the saber saw or with the bandsaw, I don't know which I'm going to use yet, do the contour. And I was just noticing a few minutes ago, this is all that's left of all of that wood that we had. That includes the piece that I showed you way back in episode number 1. That I had left over from the mantle clock upstairs. This is all that's left. And I suppose if I had planned a little bit better, I could have had this board, an inch and a half longer than it is right now. But I didn't. Too late. I'm not going to glue it back on, that's for sure. There is one more thing that I haven't done that I think we can do right now just for the fun of it. And that is, I haven't tested this. I have never had one of these not work, but this was the first time. So now is the time to find out if there's a problem with it, so I can, send it back to Craft Time Clockery if I have to. But I'm pretty sure it's going to work. But just for the fun of it, let's test it out and see if it's going to work here. Now when I install these batteries, the computer sets itself so that the next thing it does is gong 5 o'clock. And, 5 a.m. actually. Okay, so it should be running right now. I can't work and speak correctly at the same time anymore. What I should have said was, when you first put the batteries in, the computer thinks the last thing it did was 5 o'clock. So the next thing it has to do is 6 o'clock. Yeah, I'm starting to worry about myself here. Okay, and the young fella that was telling me about the Frisian tail clock that I'd never heard of before, he suggested I use the serpentine hands. So I've got these here. I really don't need to put this little cap on. Every year they get harder and harder to put on. I think they probably deliberately do that. Okay, now what it should do now is you'll hear a little tick, and I've got it set to go on to play the bim bam sound. Maybe I'll get the volume turned down all the way. I find these things sound best at their lowest volume. They don't sound distorted. Okay, so after it ticks, it should do the 6 o'clock. Let's see. I forgot to count. Was that 6? Sounded like it was 6. Okay, so it's probably working. Like I said, I've never had one not work. And I think this is my 6th or 7th one of this exact same model. So, well, that's good. Oh, and Will, thanks for the suggestion for the serpentine hands. I think it will look good. Just for the fun of it, let's see how this is going to look. Okay, there's the hour hand. There's the minute hand. Now the minute hand, it'll get trimmed down. I just trim it down so it's about halfway into the chapter ring. And yeah, I think that's going to look okay. Guess it'd be more. Quit playing with it. Okay, something like that. Anyway, yeah, those serpentine hands look really good. Yeah, thanks for watching. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. Now, just a quick message here to members of this Facebook group. And you're sort of thinking to yourself, I'd like to get in on this. How do I do it? Well, you click on Items for Sale, and then you look for my post. It'll be the one with the red arrow. Click on that one, and then you scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says Write a Comment. And just in the comment section there, you just say something like, I'd like a number, please. I'll assign you a number. It's just that easy. I hope to see your name there.